In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 9, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Houston Rockets versus Toronto Raptors. The Houston Rockets, fresh off of their second win of the season on Monday night, will travel to Toronto to take on the Raptors on Wednesday night. The Raptors are now 6-5 on the season after dropping a 111-97 decision to the Bulls on Monday night. Looking at the betting trends, the Rockets are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games following a win, and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Raptors are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games, 21-8 against the spread in their last 29 games following a loss, and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 9-4 in the last 13 meetings overall. The Rockets are 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 meetings in Toronto, and the Rockets are 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 meetings overall. The Rockets are coming off their first road victory of the season, snapping a 6-game losing streak. The Raptors are 4-1 at home, but they will be without leading scorer Pascal Siakam. Siakam is also the team's leading rebounder, filling a void in the Raptors' already weakened defense. The Rockets are a below-average shooting team, but they are coming off their best shooting performance of the season and face a team that is only marginally better from the outside. The Rockets' 7th-ranked rebounding unit should be able to take advantage of a Raptors team that is missing their leading rebounder. Furthermore, don't overlook the fact that, despite their 2-9 record, the Rockets are 6-5 against the spread. 9 points is too many for a Rockets team with the types of wing players that can compete with a Raptors team led by their wings. So the Houston Rockets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Entering this game with the Raptors, the Rockets are 8th in pace. They have not been an efficient club on the defensive end this season. Although they came away with a 134-127 win over the Magic, they are still serving up way too many points. Opposing teams are averaging over 117 points per game against them, bottom 5 in the NBA. Compounding that, teams are shooting nearly 50% from the field. Toronto will not have Pascal Siakam for the next 2 weeks, but they have plenty of depth to make up for the offensive load with him out. The total number has gone over in 12 of Houston's last 18 games overall. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Orleans Pelicans versus Chicago Bulls. The New Orleans Pelicans travel to the Windy City to take on the Chicago Bulls on Wednesday in an inter-conference matchup. The Pelicans come into this matchup at 5-5 and fresh off of a loss to the Indiana Pacers on the road. The Bulls are also .500 on the season at 6-6 thus far. Chicago comes in after splitting a home and way back-to-back matchup with the Raptors. The Pelicans are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 road games and 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games overall. The Bulls are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The over is 9-2 in Pelicans' last 11 overall. The under is 4-1 in Bulls' last 5 overall. The Pelicans are 9-3 against the spread in the last 12 meetings in Chicago. I can't really say I was surprised with the Pelicans losing on Monday at Indiana. I even had picked that as part of my Monday mega parlay. This team just can't seem to figure things out on the road, especially on defense. The Pacers put up 129 points on the Pelicans, which was the 3rd straight road game in which they had given up at least 120 points. Their 2-game losing streak has now dropped them to 8th place in the West, and until they fix their defense, I can't see them being a threat to penetrate the top 4 in the standings. They did beat the Bulls in the last head-to-head matchup, but that game was played in New Orleans, and it was their first win in 4 meetings with Chicago. The Bulls successfully recovered from their defeat in Toronto by beating the Raptors in the second game of a back-to-back on Monday. DeMar DeRozan didn't have the best of games against his former team, scoring just 9 points, but luckily for him, Zach LaVine is back and healthy. LaVine led the team with 30 in the win. Chicago's defense was on point, holding Toronto to 97 points and just 42% shooting from the field. Outside of them not having their starting point guard for the entire season so far, the Bulls' main problem this season has been consistency. After opening with a win over Miami, this team has lost 2 and won the next 2 games twice. If you are a numbers person, you are betting on the Bulls to win on Wednesday. As I said earlier, playing no defense on the road won't get you far. New Orleans conceded 128 points the last time it played in Chicago. The Chicago Bulls opened this game as small favorites, so it feels like we're getting some value here with them in the underdog role at home. The New Orleans Pelicans have been hit or miss this season, especially defensively, and their lineups continue to shake up due to injuries. The Bulls have the offensive horses to give the Pelicans issues. At home, I'll give the Bulls the slight edge in this one, so the Chicago Bulls to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. New Orleans is the best over team in the league while Chicago is just 5-7. Even though the Pelicans play at a pace of 97 which ranks 19th, they still use their possessions effectively while Chicago plays at a pace of 98.2 which ranks 14th. Meanwhile, in the Pelicans' last 5 games, the games are averaging points per game while the Bulls' games are averaging 214 points per game, but that includes games in which the Raptors, Hornets, and Nets all failed to score 100 points, which won't be the case with the Pelicans who score a ton of points. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Phoenix Suns versus Minnesota Timberwolves. The Phoenix Suns and Minnesota Timberwolves meet Wednesday in NBA action at the Target Center. The Phoenix Suns look to build on their 7-3 record. The Minnesota Timberwolves need a win after losing 4 of their last 5 games. Looking at the betting trends, the Suns are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 road games, 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games following a loss, and 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. The Timberwolves are 4-10 against the spread in their last 14 home games, 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a winning record, and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. Head-to-head, the Suns are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings overall, and the Suns are 5-1 against the spread in the last 7 meetings in Minnesota. The Suns could be a little shorthanded in this one as Chris Paul is listed as questionable with heel soreness, while the Timberwolves should be at full strength with no player listed on the injury report. The Suns were on a nice run before they got routed by the 76ers in their last outing, and now they will be keeping an eye on Chris Paul, who could sit this one out. The Timberwolves have been in poor form and they just lost to the Knicks, but they have home court advantage and no injuries, so this might be their best chance to beat the Suns this season. The Phoenix Suns look like a team that's starting to find their footing and get into one of those grooves that made them the best team in the league last year. The Minnesota Timberwolves look shaky through the first few weeks, and you have guys like Anthony Edwards calling the team out. I'm not getting the warm and fuzzy feeling from the Timberwolves. We're not being asked to lay anything crazy. This should be a close one, but the Suns should bounce back into form with a narrow victory here. So the Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Suns are a strong defensive team that is just 28th in the NBA in pace. Phoenix is also averaging just 104 points per game on the road this season, and the under has cashed in their last 6 road games overall dating back to last season. The Timberwolves have played to the under in 5 of their last 6 games, and they have only scored more than 107 points in 1 of their last 5 games. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.